So because we have two different types of food allergies, both my sons have different types of food allergies, we actually, when making what seems like a simple meal, pizza, it's a little bit more complex for us. So one of the things that we do before we have even started thinking about cooking is, for us, we have separate pots and pans, and we keep things in separate shelves so that the kids can easily find their own foods when they want snacks. So we're gonna make pizza today, so I'm just gonna show you a couple of things that we use. So we have a separate pizza cutter for dairy, and it actually is marked dairy so that the kids know. And then for safety's sake, because I have a 5-year-old, we actually go by colors. So Brett's is marked and he is orange, and Nicholas is green. And we actually, for cooking with the kids, Nicholas will have a green pan and Brett has an orange pan, which I can show you a little bit later. And then when going into the cabinets, what we've done is with Nicholas, because Nicholas has so many food allergies, he's actually allergic to 16 foods, including wheat, which is very easy to get all over your kitchen. We keep foods that have wheat in plastic bags because you can see they leak out of the boxes. So anything in a plastic bag like that would be a wheat product. But we keep his foods that we use for cooking, like pancake mixes, gluten-free muffins, rice noodles, rice pastas, his specific cooking sprays. He has gluten-free pasta sauces. He has shortening that doesn't have any soy in it. We use a lot of egg replacer for cooking. So I keep all of his stuff in one place where I can actually access it very easily. The refrigerator, it's a dangerous place because this is where dairy can be kept, and both the boys are allergic to dairy. So we keep Brett's cheese over here. These are rice cheeses, vegan toppings, some different types of rice, different types of cheese. So both sliced and mozzarella. This Veganese, which doesn't have any egg in it because Brett is also allergic to eggs. And then these are Nicholas's mustards. They're organic, so they don't have any kind of gluten in them. But Nicholas has his own shelf so that he knows, this is where I can go for my foods. And all the dairy is kept in the drawer. We call it the dairy drawer. So any kind of dairy, cheese, things like that, sour cream, yogurts are kept in there. And we typically label everything as well. We have wheat couscous or chicken. Nicholas is allergic to chicken, so he can't have that. So he would look, and if he saw a label on it, he would ask. He'd say, "Mommy, can I have this?" So it's just an easy way for us to keep things organized. Pizza is typically a very easy, quick dinner that a lot of people think, geez, I'll just make pizza tonight, pizza and salad, so easy. Well, in our house, because we have dairy allergies and wheat allergies, it's a little bit more complex. So we actually have to make 3 different kinds of pizza to feed a family of 5. And with Nicholas being allergic to both wheat and dairy, and Brett being allergic to dairy, egg, and peanut, and then Taylor, Alan, and I not having any allergies. So what I like to do is I'll start with the lowest common denominator, which is Nicholas, because if I start making dairy, then I have to stop and wash my hands constantly, or I have to change utensils. So I'll typically make his pizza first, which is a wheat-free English muffin, because cooking wheat-free has been quite a challenge for me. I can't get the bread to rise very easily, so I seek out a lot of foods. Energy Foods does a lot of wheat-free products. So I just figure out you got to go with what's easy. So for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use an English muffin that's already made, and then I just cut it open. For him, because he can't have any kind of cheese yet, it's actually more like what we call garlic, what you would think of as garlic bread. When Brett was little, Brett loved the way things looked. When kids are little, he's 5, Nicholas is 5, so he is interested in the appearance of his food because it doesn't taste any different to what he's used to. He has a lot of wheat-free products, and if everybody else is having pizza, he wants to have the same thing. And we'll move on to Brett. Now, Brett has really started to experiment lately. He's been experimenting with sauce. So I think we'll get some sauce out for him. And I'll typically whip up a quick sauce if I'm going to use it on a pizza. But for safety's sake, we're just using some kitchen-ready tomatoes with the sauce built into it. Now, Brett can't have dairy cheese yet. He's in the study, and he may someday be able to have dairy, but right now he can't. So he uses a vegan cheese, which has no casein. Casein is something a lot of people forget or don't realize is actually a milk product. I went to Brett's camp this week, and I was kind of taking the chef through the different things that include milk, and he was surprised, and he actually had to write down the word casein for himself so that he wouldn't forget. Brett has his own grater that I found is really good for using on Brett's cheese. This is a cutting board that we don't use any dairy on. We just use it for cutting vegetables or for cutting Brett's food products. And then one of the things that I found is having children with food allergies is they love vegetables. They love all kinds of, they'll experiment and they'll eat a lot more healthy foods. So a lot of my friends will actually say, oh, you kids must be so healthy because they eat such healthy foods. And they are, they eat a lot of good foods. Brett loves onions and mushrooms on his pizza, fresh mushrooms. Sometimes he'll have pepperonis, but tonight he's having mushrooms. And then we'll just pop that in the oven and Brett's pizza is done. Everybody finds what works for them. You know, I mean, some people consider me to be hypervigilant, you know, very vigilant about making sure we don't cross over and things like that. Other people think that, you know, oh my God, why are you making something with dairy in it? So, I mean, there's definitely a balance for everyone. So it's important that you find the right balance for you, what works for your family. So I think that that's really important when it comes to working with food allergies.